Hello Aries, welcome to your mid-May reading. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. I'm going to be peeking at your energy through a Celtic cross today. So let's see what we have for you. I'm going to start off with a couple of archetypes, and this is an impossible deck, so I am not gonna attempt to get any flippers today. Oh, we have the Maiden. This is such a beautiful deck. I should use it more. Let's get one more. Anima Mundi. Nice. Let's talk about these real quick so we can get an overview of your reading before I pull your tarot. When it comes to the Maiden, this is like a mixture of a couple of energies for me. It's Alice in Wonderland meets the Page of Pentacles to an extent. It is a very innocent and very curious energy. It is the energy of somebody who has a lot to learn, someone who is innocent and naive and willing to take a fresh, new perspective on the world. It talks about challenges and having no trouble facing those challenges head on, because you're not really accustomed to those particular obstacles. Does that make sense? It's experiencing new highs and new lows and taking everything with a pinch of salt, because you're treating it as an experience which will enrich you and which will help you grow. I remember when I was reading the book about this card, the last line said something on the lines of, let yourself fall down the rabbit hole, young one. So it is that energy of being curious and sensual, even, and full of energy and vitality. And you being the first sign of the zodiac, Aries, I feel like you're constantly in this maiden energy, constantly willing to take that leap of faith. And it has a bit of the Fool mixed in as well. So willing to take on new experiences because you know they're going to enrich your life. And knowing that there will be pitfalls, but at the end of the day, that is what makes life exciting. Now, Anima Mundi is a slightly deeper energy. It is a more, how should I put it? It is slightly vague as a card, to be very honest with you. It talks about the soul of the world, and it talks about being a part of a bigger whole, being a drop in the ocean and still being important, just as important as the whole. It epitomizes the principle of accept all and reject none. I'm sure you're familiar with that. And it is the living soul of the world, and it is multifaceted and multidimensional, and is bonded together by communal energy. Does that make sense? I told you it was vague, but it is a very mythic card, and it talks about tending to the sacred details of life, of blending into the spirituality of the universe. So we will see. I feel like some of you are taking curious steps towards the occult. If not the occult, you're just delving deeper into your psyche. And well, with all of those conjunctions that Venus was making with Jupiter and Neptune and all of that wonderful stuff happening in the sky, it just broadened our minds and brought about this beautiful Piscean energy. I'm getting very Pisces energy from these two cards. So you may have that heavily in your chart. And you may be on the cusp as well. So let's see. I'm using the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. Let's see what we have for you, Aries. Okay, right in the middle we have the Sun. Beautiful. You're focusing on happiness. You're focusing on joy. Let's see what's the challenge. Justice. Some of you may have Libra heavily in your chart, or you may be dealing with one. Some of you may even be in the legal field. Some of you may be dealing with legal matters. It's possible that you are finding yourself stuck in a legal battle, and it's kind of tarnishing your happiness. Some of you may even be in that space of not being able to find balance between work and life, or work and love, or life and love. Some of you may be torn between socializing and isolating. this particular time for you, we are in Taurus season, but we've just come out of yours. It's a difficult, very precarious time. I'm an Aries rising, so I'm saying this from experience. When the sun moves away from your sign, it's almost like, especially for cardinal fire like you, it's difficult to adjust. It's difficult to adjust to that slight dimming of the sun. Does that make sense? So let's see, I want to pull some more cards to see what it is that you're dealing with. But with the sun showing up as your first card, it is telling me that whatever area of life you're having difficulty balancing, there will be growth there. There will be more clarity. The sun will shine on those particular aspects and help you make a decision. Let's see what was in the recent past. The Four of Wands. It's possible that some of you are dealing with some kind of property issues, or you could be dealing with, well, a failed relationship or a marriage, something on those lines. The Four of Wands is usually a card of celebration, celebrating a commitment, celebrating a particular emotional milestone. So it doesn't have to be a failed milestone. It could just be that that is what you were cherishing in your recent past. Let's see. What is your focus right now, Aries? The Fool. You remember I said the Maiden is Fool-like energy? Beautiful reading already. You are focusing on being free. You are focusing on taking leaps of faith. You're focusing on exploring, on being adventurous, experiencing life with a childlike spirit. I don't know why my voice broke. I suddenly felt like weeping just a little bit. If any of you are really sad, sending out a huge hug to you guys. Okay, I need to contain myself. Now, you see, she's walking down this new path. She's full of life. She's admiring the flowers. She has a little companion for help, but she doesn't realize that she's walking on an alligator's tail. This is that energy of listening to your peers, listening to people who have your best interest at heart, and understanding that new journeys most of the time have pitfalls as well. So it's that balance that needs to be struck between taking calculated risks and having fun. So your focus is this. Some of you may be beginning new relationships, beginning new travel adventures, beginning new businesses. So that is your focus at this time. I need to push my cards up a bit. Excuse me. All right, let's see what is crowning you. Five of Wands. Some kind of conflict. I'm also getting that the conflict that you have dealt with in your lifetime, they've almost made you wiser, because you see how she's looking at this chessboard and she's trying to figure out what moves the other players are going to make before she makes her own. So it's that wisdom that you may have gained through these conflicts and battles and arguments and debates even, that have made you all the more wiser. You're understanding how people work. You understand the game of life. Does that make sense? Because if we think about life as sunshine and rainbows and puppies everywhere, we're just fooling ourselves. I think you know that life is a struggle, and I think you know exactly how to operate and how to execute it. What's in your immediate future? Temperance, beautiful energy. You remember I said you are wanting to be adventurous, you're wanting to take risks and travel and whatever it may be. The Temperance card is usually a card of being complacent and harmonious and bringing about balance and peace to your life. But somehow I am getting the analogy of Jupiter, because Temperance is a card of Sagittarius, who's ruled by Jupiter. And this Jupiterian energy, now Jupiter entered Aries when? On the 10th. That burst of energy and optimism and drive that comes about when Jupiter moves into your own sign can bring about brand new beginnings, filled with a little bit of naivete, of course, but a lot of enthusiasm. I feel with the Temperance card showing up, you will feel like you're in your own element. The Sun, the Fool, and Temperance all together is Jupiter in Aries for me, all the way. I feel like you are almost wiping a previous slate clean and beginning something brand new for yourself. And why not? I mean, it has been a pretty chaotic, start to the year, keeping all the planetary transits in mind and the eclipse season and my god, all of that. But this is stunning energy, Aries. Let's see, what's your power? How are you showing up to this reading? Oh my god, the Empress. I love it. I love it. I haven't seen you this powerful in a very, very long time, and I'm so glad to see this. Wow. You are showing up as someone who is loving, nurturing, caring, full of hope, full of that Venusian energy of love and warmth. I feel that you are truly leaving the past where it belongs, Aries, and you are looking to the future and looking to grow in every aspect of life. And Jupiter in your sign is going to ensure that. It's going to help you expand and make sure you don't overeat, because when Jupiter is in one sign, there is a tendency to gain weight. Just a side note. But I think you showing up as the Empress in your power, there's nothing better than that. I'm glad the Emperor isn't here. The Emperor is your card. The Emperor can be a little controlling and a little manipulative, but the Empress is love all the way. It's your heart chakra bursting open and embracing life. Anima Mundi. This is that energy. And actually, even the Maiden, all combined in one. This is Alice in Wonderland, taking that leap of faith and knowing she's going to be okay. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's see, what is in your external energy that you may or may not be aware of? Whoa, dropped a card. Ugh. We have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is an energy of somebody who can be very calm. It's very temperance-like energy. I feel like, considering, like I said, I'm repeating myself, your cardinal fire, you're very passionate as a sign, and sometimes it is difficult for you to tap into that energy of being balanced and centered and harmonious. Aries in general, myself included, have a very hard time meditating because our minds move a mile a minute and we are constantly wanting to move, take action. The King of Cups is here to tell you that there is this energy within you that will help you stay centered. If you quiet your mind just for a little bit, because all of this energy of taking action and leaps of faith, if that action is misdirected, if you are operating more from a place of, I just want to do something, I don't care what it is, those pitfalls will be deeper. You understand what I mean? The King of Cups can also be another person around you, another person who has, love towards you, but keeping it to themselves. It is somebody who doesn't want to rock the boat, who realizes that love can be a game. That's why they're almost keeping to themselves just a little bit so that they don't upset whatever your connection is with them right now. It's possible that you guys are friends and they don't want to ruin that, but this person does have a lot of love for you. So this could be, love within your own heart or love from somebody else towards you. Take it how it resonates. Let's see. What are your hopes and fears, Aries? Knight of Swords. I feel that you are hoping that the clouds will part. If I can pick up this card, it's not going to let me. There we go. So you see how that almost sword is piercing through and eliminating and erasing those clouds. I feel that you don't want to, I got this suddenly and I have to say it. You don't want to go through another dark night of the soul. I feel like you want to embrace the light. You want to embrace joy and happiness and not keep going back and revisiting old lessons. You want to move forward. You want to speak your truth. You want to be authentic. And I absolutely love that, because if we are constantly healing from something or the other, but if we make healing the main focus of our life, we will not really have time to do anything else. You know what I mean? So I feel like healing is still ongoing, but as the Knight of Swords, you are hoping to cruise through life and, take action, which is what you've been wanting to do all along. All right, let's see. Outcome. Possible outcome. The Tower. All right, listen, Aries, like I said earlier, make sure you're not taking action just for the sake of taking action. But at the same time, make sure you're not staying complacent, because the Tower card is almost, think of it as a pressure cooker. If there's too much pressure within and the whistle doesn't release itself, it will blow up, it will burst. That is the Tower energy to an extent. So whatever drive and ambition that you have within you right now, make sure you take baby steps towards accomplishing those goals. At the same time, make sure whatever it is that you are building on a stable foundation. And I'm also getting that for a few of you, this is almost you thinking of the worst possible outcome. This is your mind playing tricks on you. I feel that you're somehow, to an extent, waiting for the other shoe to drop in a particular department. But with the Sun and the Justice card being the heart of your reading, and the Empress, you showing up in your power, I don't think there's anything to concern yourself with. There's nothing to worry about. All right, let's get you a couple of tea leaves to close off the reading. Door, opportunities are waiting for you. Beautiful. Make sure you grab those opportunities. Make sure you make the most of them. The Sun, happiness and well-being. You can't make this up. You can't. All right, Dolphin, financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. Well, there could be some investment opportunities that knocked on your door in the past that you may have banked upon. Maybe it's time to look at them again. It's also possible it's a good time to monetize on hobbies or something. It could also be a job opportunity that you thought you may have lost out on, or an opportunity to begin a new project that you may have rejected in the past. It may knock at your door again. Bell, announcement, some kind of news coming about for you. Keep an eye out for that. Maybe let's get another one. I'm curious. Crib, birth or conception of a child, or enterprise. How beautiful. I was trying to clarify the bell, and literally when I saw announcement, I thought of a baby's birth being announced. So it's possible that some of you are expecting babies. It's also possible that there's a baby being born in the family. And it is also possible that you are birthing, with the Fool card, a new empire, a new enterprise, a new project, a new business, or even a new relationship. So expect positive, happy news to come about for you, Aries. Beautiful reading. All right, I hope this helped you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.